Good morning, everyone. How are you? Oh man, I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb, but I don't want to lose you guys, and I'm already seeing text messages. I think we'll be okay. If you see me doing this, I'm in a group chat. Oh, I wish I would have just remembered that. Hi, everyone. How are you? Let's see. Ooh, look at all this positivity in the chat right away. I love it. Hey, Piglets Bank, how are you? Nimzo, Denise May. Trying to get the last hour my you had your second vaccine? Okay, yeah, Denise, I hope you're okay. You know, for mine I got like a flu for like 24 hours. It passed, but it was kind of like not fun while it lasted, but hopefully it's mild for you. Valerie, Donna, Mimi, Helter Skelter, Shelly, Norman, hi, Nadine, Monica, hi Monica, Laura, Sharon, Lori, Jamie, Sandra, Joanne, and Susan. Good morning, everyone. How are you? I feel like when we don't have a live the week before, like I've missed my family. So I'm so happy to see you guys today. And I'm so excited to start our new book. Oh, hi Willow. Hi Abier. How are you? So happy to see the whole K Squad family coming in. Hi KK and Karen. Oh yes, Central Perk, you guys know. Anything Friends makes me really happy. Hey Jude, how are you? Hi Renee. Oh, hi Hannum, come here. Come here. Come here. Mr. Hannum says hello, good morning. How's your summer? Doesn't he look so amused? Hello, Donna from Jonesboro. Hi, Vicky. Oh, Mr. Hannum's claw is caught in my shirt. Okay, we're okay. Good morning, Kathleen. Woo! Where did that come from? Where did that Post-it come from? It's not even the same color. Oh, now I've got Mr. Hannum hair in my mouth. Well, okay. All right. Oh, I'm so happy to see you all. Good morning. Happy Sunday. You might be seeing me do this for a couple more minutes here while I get the hair out of my mouth. Did I have 4th of July? Did I have a good 4th of July weekend? I did. Had a little barbecue with my family. It was nice. How about you guys? Did you have a good one? This weekend's a busy one. I went to my friend's daughter's birthday party yesterday, and it was really wonderful because they have this house on the beach. It was so great. And then today I have my best friend's son's graduation party that we're going to. So I've got that in a little bit. Yeah, nothing like getting a hairball from my cat. Hey, Lisa. Donna, you had a nice 4th. That's great. Okay. All right. So, good morning, Carmen. I've been wanting to read this book for a very long time. And I feel like it's great that we're going to get this under our belt because I feel like if we haven't read it yet, people are going to talk about it for years to come. So let's see what's going on in here. I've started reading, as you guys can see. Graduation for my best friend's son who just graduated high school. His party's a little bit later in the summer because we go up to this lake, actually, really nice. We're going to go for a little boat ride today, and it should be really fun. Good morning, Adele. Okay, so let's get into it, although I do just want to chat with you guys. Let's get into some of the content. I titled this one, The 7 Factors. I had originally wrote habits, and I just changed it to factors because they talk about who becomes wealthy. Oh, I heard, you only heard son. Yeah, not my son. He's not graduating. He's going to turn 8 this month at the end of the month. Yeah, he's not graduating. Oh, my Lord. Please give us some more time. Hi, Robin. So just before we even get started, like the concept of this, the millionaire next door, I love this concept because I think personally it is so cool when people are actually millionaires and you can't even tell because they don't flaunt it. I think that is a really cool thing to find out. Hi, Helene. When somebody actually has a ton of money and you had no idea because they don't act better than other people, like the stereotypical, acting like they're better than other people. They don't talk down to people. They're just like cool as ever, and they have tons of money and they use it wisely and they have these really good habits that have set them up this way, and it's nothing flashy, Kate, this book was an eye-opener for me, right, Donna? And the other thing I think that's eye-opening is a lot of us can do this if we do it right. It's not just you, as you're reading, right? It's not just people that had inherited money. There's so much. So let's get into the 7 factors. I have some notes on the side here, so that's what I'm writing. So who becomes wealthy? In the course of their investigation, Stanley and Danko, who are the authors, discovered 7 common denominators among those who successfully build wealth, and they are as follows. Okay, so number 1, I have many videos on this exact topic. They live well below their means. Some people judge others by their tastes in consumer goods. Good morning, Barbara. And the amounts they spend. However, the 3 words that define the lifestyle of the affluent are frugal, frugal, frugal. Frugal is the opposite of wasteful, which is a way of life marked by lavish spending and hyperconsumption. The common belief encapsulated in the phrase, if you don't show it, you don't have it, simply isn't true. The people who build wealth are hardworking, frugal, and not glamorous whatsoever. Which I'm like, heck yeah, it could literally be anybody right? Live below your means. I just rewatched a couple of your videos on this. Thanks, Sandra. It's one of my favorite topics because, and I think I've even talked about this. I had another, well, heck, guys, if you watch any of my videos, I talk about it all the time. But like one of my biggest tip on never being in debt and tip on never struggling financially is you always spend less than you make. And people think, well, that's easier said than done. If you got a budget, you can make that work, And of course, there's a lot of other factors. Main thing, if you can live well below your means, it's, going to be huge. Monica, the budget is very important in living below your means. Absolutely. I think there's a second book that author's daughter wrote recently. Oh, cool. I haven't heard about that one yet. Let me just go back over here real quick. So they live well below their means. If anyone is new here, hey, Grace, or if anyone's like, well, how do I do that? Please just type in Kate Kaden, later on today or anytime. Kate Kaden, living below your means. You will have tons of content. Okay. Number 2. And again, this is just what they found were the 7 common factors amongst all these millionaires they were studying. They allocate their time, energy, and money efficiently in ways conducive to building wealth. What's the first thing he's going to say? Budget. They track expenses. And know how they spend their money, and they prioritize their time to engage in investment planning. Again, what do we talk about on this channel all the time? The importance of budgeting. Budgeting is not restrictive. People think it's restrictive. They hear the word budget, they tune out. A budget is permission to spend. It's just, and I've said this a million times too, but listen, if you don't know say you want to get somewhere, you need directions, you need a plan. to get there, like a GPS, and your budget is your GPS. I want to have $500 extra at the end of the month. Okay, plug in all your numbers and figure out how to get it. Like, I don't understand. You guys know, I don't understand why people are anti-budget. Big budget person. It's the only way I was able to pay off my car. It's the only way I was able to buy this house. It's the only way I've been able to save up a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. I live in my budget and I love it. And I don't know. So am I a millionaire yet? No, but I could be the millionaire next door eventually. Good morning, Marsha. Ooh, cheersing you with the coffee mug. Everybody, let's do a cheers. Good morning. Bam. I love this. Your budget is your GPS to financial stability, right? And I need a GPS, people. I'm terrible with directions. Joanne, that is where I keep my budget in every dollar. It's, in my opinion, the best. For me, it makes most sense to me. It's user-friendly to me. I have a playlist on that, guys. I think I have a 4-part series on that. If you need to know how to use every dollar, it's kind of just a crash course. Your rosemary cracker. There you go, Willow. Kate showed me every dollar and it changed everything. Oh, yay, Grace. Long live a budget and tracking. It's so relaxing in some months because then you know and adapt it. Absolutely. Monica, you like every dollar too? I just love it. I call it my spending plan. Bam. Laura, cheers. Thank you. All right, moving on to number 3. They believe that financial independence is more important than displaying high social status. I don't know if you guys are, did anybody just watch the new Gossip Girl? Did any of you guys just watch that? There's a new Gossip Girl out. And I was just wondering, because they're like this new student. I mean, they have so much money and they live this life of so much privilege. And I was thinking of you guys. I was like, I wonder if anybody's watching this, because social status for them is everything. And in some communities, social status is everything. Me personally, I think I've told you this, guys. That's never been like a priority of mine. And when I went to college, I think I told you guys, I am from a small town in Maine and I went to Rollins College in Winter Park. And Grace, you've never heard of Gossip Girl? I mean, I'm not saying everybody should watch it. It's not for everybody. It's like a rich teen drama, but for some reason I latched onto it a few years ago, and now they have a new version of it with like older teachers that talk about it. It's interesting. None of you have ever heard of it? Never mind. I don't know if it's something you guys would be interested in, so I'm not gonna like recommend it, but Gossip Girl, oh my God, none of you? Gossip Girl? Not even heard of it? It's like I said, it's like a drama for like teens. You work with kids, no cable, no subscriptions. Okay. You've heard of it, never seen it. I have. Okay. Oh, Marsha, you love Gossip Girl? Okay. Where was it on? Right now, the new season's on HBO Max, and there's only been one episode. But I'm trying to think where the catalog might be. Maybe Hulu? Probably Hulu. Renee says, I love Gossip Girl. It's so good. I'm old too, but I've heard of it. Have too many other things to watch. Yeah. I think it's on Hulu. I think like the original one with Blair and Serena. That's like the whatever. I'm sorry, I digress. Okay. So talking about that, these millionaires, their financial independence is more than displaying high social status. Oh, nice, Karen. The authors discovered that self-made millionaires spend less time on social status and more time on making wise financial decisions. This includes taking the extra time to shop for a well-maintained used vehicle, rather than buying the latest year or model of your favorite vehicle. So this makes total sense to me. The millionaire next door is not concerned with being invited to that, what do they call it? Like, social events that give you status, being invited to that kind of stuff. They want to be using their money and time on things that are going to build them wealth. Number 4, their parents did not provide economic outpatient care. Economic outpatient care refers to the substantial economic gifts and acts of kindness some parents give their adult children and grandchildren. So a lot of people, set them up financially, which, a lot of families do if they have it. Interestingly, the more dollars listen to this. Interestingly, the more dollars adult children receive from their parents, the fewer they accumulate, while those who are given fewer dollars accumulate more. So I'm interpreting this as the more they are given, the less they're going to accumulate. If they have to do it on their own, they're going to accumulate more. Interesting, huh? Number 5, their adult children are economically self-sufficient. So they didn't, I don't use the word enable, but kind of like they raised their kids so their kids could do things on their own and not have to depend on them financially. So true. When we work for something, we appreciate the value more. I totally agree. And I've been doing this my whole life. My parents, I don't come from a family, like my parents, they helped what they could for college, but they weren't able to just give me things, The affluent who have successful adult children have given the authors much valuable information on how they raise them. 3 of the 10 guidelines most notable to me are as follows. 1, never tell children that their parents are wealthy. Number 2, no matter how wealthy you are, teach your children discipline and frugality. Number 3, tell your children that there are a lot of things more valuable than money. What do you guys think of those 3 ideas? Donna says, I got nothing. My younger siblings got more and are worse off than me. Exactly what they just told us could happen. How about those 3 pieces of advice, guys? What do you think? 63-year-old sister still lives at home in mother's house, never moved out, never married, never did anything. Kate, what page is that on? Are those your notes? These are my notes. Sorry, I'd taken some notes. Actually, they're in the description. In the description of this video, I added those notes in there. If anybody wants to read along with me, they're in the description of this video. But they're right out of the book. I did it so I wasn't going like this. Let's see. But I will have to do that sometimes. Carrie says, my mom did tell me we were poor, but also taught 2 and 3 to me. Awesome. My brother-in-law got a lot of help from my in-laws, and he doesn't have many skills. My husband got little help, and we are very financially stable. If you avoid your kids know their parents are wealthy, they might not understand that not all kids can get as much from their parents as they do. Completely agree with all three, Same here, Norman. My sister's 43 with 2 kids, never married, mom raised them. I'd rather be independent. Susan says, I raised my 3 kids alone. They're all very successful and great people. I'm still poor, LOL. Way to go, Susan, though. They're in good shape. I think it's good advice. You don't want to be too reliant on your parents for anything. Yeah. I think you have to give children a value for money. If you tell them it's not the most important thing. Yeah, I think, Monica, it's like a balance, right? I'm thinking Like with Kaden, I'm very open financially with him about, like if something is in the budget or not. And he really understands that. And sometimes, he'll say, have I told you guys this before? Sometimes I don't feel like making food, as any person might not want. And I said to him, did I tell you this? But I said to him one day, I was just kind of feeling like a little feisty. And I was like, what do you want to go get? What do you want for dinner? Let's go anywhere. Anywhere you want to go, let's go. And you know what he said to me? I'm not even kidding you. He says to me, Mama, let's go home. And I'm like, well, what do you want to eat there? He's like, I love our food at home. And I'm like, well, don't you want to get something kind of fun and different? And he was like, that's a waste of our resources. Let's just eat what we already have. I was like, wow, I'm teaching you a little too well, babe. So we went home and ate, saved some money. Both my parents have died, sorry, Norman, and left my sister in a financial wreck. She has no idea how to do anything in life. Oh, Norman, I'm so sorry. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy security and options. Options to work the job you want and security to not worry about filling up your tank or the light shut off. Oh, totally, Emma. That kid's amazing. Aw, Kaden. Good job, Kate. Yeah, Kaden. Yeah, it's time to teach him how to cook now. Yeah, that's on the docket. He's such a little old man. He is such a little old man. He's hilarious. What did we have? We probably had, you know what? I don't remember what we had that night. I was thinking this morning, I inherited $36,000 4 years ago. Half is in an inherited IRA. The other half I put a new roof on the house. Paid off debt. I was old enough to put it in good use. Nice. That's my baby. Okay, number 6. They are proficient in targeting marketing opportunities. Most millionaires are self-employed, small business owners or sales professionals who get paid a commission. Let me read that again. Most millionaires are self-employed, small business owners or sales professionals who get paid a commission. That makes sense. They are often selling products or service to the wealthy. Number 7, they chose the right occupation. Finally, a common denominator among the many interviews and studies of millionaires in America is that they chose a profession where the ability to make money is apparent. Kathleen, my parents left me money, but I haven't used it. I'd rather earn my own. Ooh. Well, Kathleen, I'm just thinking you could put that to good use somewhere eventually when you feel inclined. Good to know it's there, right? Thanks, Barbara. Robin says, my mother's 92 and has made me her executor. She's been showing me her finances. I had no idea she had that amount. Robin, remember when we read The Slight Edge and he found out his mom was a millionaire? That kind of reminds me of that. Like, you're just like, really, Mom? You've got all this money put aside? It's pretty incredible. Okay. It's a safety net, but I also earn my own safety net. Kathleen, that's awesome. You're killing it. Okay, talking about choosing the right occupation, such as in the areas of business, finance, real estate, healthcare, consulting, gives you a much higher chance of building a career where you can make good income to grow your wealth to millionaire status. So those are the 7 factors, which I thought were interesting because we all want to know, like, what are the deciding factors here? All right. So this was all in the introduction. So I'm going to move on to chapter 1. But I thought, oh, this is going to be such a cakewalk, like for us, because it's only 2 chapters. And remember in The Slight Edge, we did like 1 million chapters in a day, but there's still so much information. I'm like, oh, okay. What did I put this? Okay. So let's talk about, well, actually, chapter 1 is basically everything we're just saying. It's not the look that you think. The Millionaire Next Door is not necessarily all the stereotypical things that you would think. It's quite the opposite. And so in the chapter 1, they're just kind of telling, it's a very short chapter, and they're kind of just setting you up to understand this. Wealthy, defined, all that. Like, I feel like I want to get more to my favorite chapter so far, which is called Frugal, Frugal, Frugal. And if you guys are on this channel, you know we talk about frugality all the time. Okay. So I don't really need to read this, but I'm going to anyway, in case anybody's new here. Is anybody new here today? Or do we all have returning? Are you all returning? Is anybody new here today? Yeah, Monica. Totally. Webster, oh, new subscriber here. So happy to get on a live. Been binge watching for a couple weeks now. Little Patch of Heaven Homestead, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Willow, you're new. You're hilarious. Willow's an OG. I am new first time live. Yay, Lisa, welcome. Guys, everybody say hi to our new live friends. I'm so glad you guys are here. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Jan, hi, Kate and everyone. On a call right now, but promise to catch you later. Okay, good, Jan. Nice to see you. Yeah, Willow, you're funny. Welcome, newbies. I am hilarious indeed, she says. Valerie, is Rosie Bunny here today? I don't know if I've seen her yet. Aw, look at all the love you're getting. Okay, Webster defines frugal as behavior characterized by or reflecting economy in the use of resources. The opposite of frugal is wasteful, which we know. We define wasteful as a lifestyle marked by lavish spending and hyperconsumption. Being frugal, oh, she's shopping with her dad. Okay, tell her we said hi. Being frugal is the cornerstone of wealth building. Yet, far too often, the big spenders are promoted and sensationalized by the popular press. We are constantly barraged with media hype about so-called millionaire athletes, for example. Yes, some of the members of this small population are millionaires, but if a highly skilled ball player makes $5 million a year, having $1 million in net worth is no big deal. According to our wealth equation, a $5 million earner who's 30 years of age should be worth 15 million or more. How many highly paid ball players have a level of wealth in this range? We believe only a tiny fraction. Why? Because most have a lavish lifestyle, and they can support such a lifestyle as long as they're earning a very high income. It's a lot of pressure. If you're making a ton of money like that and you're spending like that and you're expected to spend like that, yikes. So I like this kind of thing. He talks about, okay, the lifestyle of the typical American millionaire. They're talking about like if the typical millionaire, like the Millionaire Next Door had a TV show. So, you know, like there's like the Housewives and Basketball Wives and all these like shows where they show like the people spending. But what if there was a show on what a real millionaire looked like? Like, why would anybody watch it? So it says, is a show about the typical American millionaire one the mass TV audience would enjoy? We doubt it. Why not? Let's take a look at why not. Hold on. Monica says, live alone, don't buy fresh vegetables as they usually go to waste. Have lots of different frozen vegetables. Only buy fresh shredded lettuce and shredded cabbage that never go bad. Oh, I hate wasting produce too. I always wondered about sports players. They know they won't play professional until retirement. They spend every day, will always be like today. I know. Oh, thanks guys. If you can't hit that like button, just tap the like button. Just Helps my channel all the time. Whenever you watch one of my videos, if you comment and you hit the like button and you watch my video from start to finish, that helps my channel. So thank you for doing that. Okay. I'm just gonna give you like a little tidbit of this whole idea of a TV show of the typical millionaire. The camera zooms in on the typical millionaire household of Mr. Johnny Lucas. Like most millionaires, Johnny, 57, has been married to the same woman for most of his adult life. He holds an undergraduate degree from a local college. He is the owner of a small janitorial contracting firm that has thrived in the last few years. All of his workers now wear nicely tailored uniforms, including hats that bear his company's logo. To his neighbors, Johnny and his family appear to be nondescript middle-class folks, but Johnny has a net worth of more than $2 million. In fact, in terms of wealth, Johnny's household ranks in the top 10% of all households in his nice neighborhood. Nationwide, his household is in the top 2%. Bam. How will the TV audience respond to the description of Johnny's wealth and images of Johnny on the screen? First, viewers will likely be confused because Johnny does not look like the millionaire most people envision. Second, they may be uncomfortable. Johnny's traditional family and his lifestyle of hard work, discipline, sacrifice, thrift, and sound investment habits might threaten the audience. What happens when you tell the average American adult that he needs to reduce his spending in order to build wealth for the future? He may perceive this as a threat to his way of life. Is that likely that only Johnny and his cohorts would tune in to such a program? It would certainly bolster their views about life. They talk about like how much the average millionaire next door spends on a suit. Like they thought that, oh, it must be like how much would he spend on a suit? And they guessed it would be between like $1,000 and $6,000. And his answer was he'd never spent more than $399 on a full suit. Shoes, same kind of thing. A lot less than they expected. Oh my gosh, some of this is not really worth saying, but okay. So let's talk about playing great defense. The affluent tend to answer yes to these three questions we include in our surveys. Were your parents very frugal? Are you frugal? And is your spouse more frugal than you? Were your parents very frugal? Mine were not. Are you frugal? Yes. Is your spouse more frugal? I do not have a spouse. So the answer would be yes in most of these cases. So they're talking about their significant other. Oh, let me read this part. The last question is highly significant. Not only are the most, like the highest accumulators of wealth frugal, their spouses tend to be even more frugal. Oh, it's my cat. I have a little water fountain for the cats. Sorry about that. I didn't realize it was picking up. I have a little water fountain for the cats. Because they're just always thirsty, so I have a little water fountain in case that's what you're hearing, that little trickle in the background, like a little fountain. I always think that when I watch these shows, I always think the spouses are spending way more money than they're supposed to be, what it seems like. But they're saying the millionaire next door, the spouse is actually even more frugal than the top earner. Consider the typical household, affluent household. Nearly 95% of millionaire households are composed of, okay, let me say this, because nearly 95% of millionaire households are composed of married couples. In 70% of these households, the male contributes at least 80% of the income. Most of these men play great offense in the game called income generation. Great defense is, in economic terms, means that a household generates an income significantly higher than the norm, which in America is an annual realized income of approximately $33,000. I feel like I was always hearing 50,000, but most of these, what year is this book? 1996. I don't know if that's been updated. My partner grew up extremely poor. He still won't spend money frivolously, even though he has plenty. That's awesome. Most of these households also play great defense. That is, they are frugal when it comes to spending for consumer goods and services. One frugal high-income producer within the married couple category, however, does not automatically translate into a high level of net worth. Something else must be present. A self-made millionaire stated it best when he told us, "I can't get my wife to spend any money." Most people will never become wealthy in one generation if they are married to people who are wasteful. I've heard so many of you actually say to me, like, how do I get my husband on board, or how do I get my wife on board? Most of you guys are women. Most, like, I have several males that are in here, but I would say about, hi, Rosie Bunny. I think according to my demographics, I think 90% of you, 95% of you are women. And a lot of you say that the wrong life partner can drag you into a ditch. You both have to be on the same team to win. Yeah. My dad was frugal. Mom was a heavy spender. Hi, Jamie. I had no idea they had that level of wealth they do. Thanks to my dad. Yeah. Let me say that again. So most people will never become wealthy in one generation if they're married to a person who's wasteful. A couple cannot accumulate wealth if one of its members is a hyper consumer. This is especially true when one or both are trying to build a successful business. Few people can sustain those spending habits and simultaneously build wealth. Laura, what happened? I keep seeing everybody saying something about Laura. Laura, what did you just tell people and I missed it? Can you just type it in again? Sorry. What's happening with Laura? Everybody's saying something for Laura. All right, somebody's going to put it in there in a second. Her husband had brain surgery. Laura, okay. How's he doing? Did you guys say he's doing okay? I hope they figure out what's going on and issues dissipate soon. Laura, I'm sending my prayers to you and your husband. That's a lot going on, Laura. Jeez. He was, but issues now. Okay. All right, Laura, we are all sending our prayers to you and your hubby. What's your hubby's name? Laura, what's his first name? So I can keep him in my prayers and not just say Laura's husband. Mike. Okay. All right, Mike, we're praying for you. Ode to his frugal wife. How did the wife of a millionaire respond when her husband gave her $8 million worth of stock in the company he recently took public? According to her husband, one of 30 years, she said, "I appreciate this. I really do." Then she smiled, never changing her position at the kitchen table, where she continued to cut out 25 and 50 cents off coupons from the week's supply of newspapers. Nothing is so important as to interrupt her Saturday morning chores. She just does today like she always has done, even when all we owned was a kitchen table. It's how come we're well off today, made lots of trade-offs, sacrifices early in our marriage. I love that. She just got $8 million. She's like, I'm still clipping these coupons, taking care of business. Why aren't you wealthy, you ask? Well, let's examine your lifestyle. Is it one of great offense, Are you in the 70,000, 100,000, 200,000 income category? Congratulations, you play wonderful offense. But how is that? Did you see that? Buns? Just thought I heard a weird cry. But be honest with yourself. Could it be that you played terrible defense? Most high income earners are in the same situation, but not most millionaires. Millionaires play quality offense and defense, and quite often their great defense helps them outscore, out accumulate those who out earn, have superior offenses. The foundation stone of wealth accumulation is defense, and this defense should be anchored by budgeting and planning. You just heard it, ladies and gentlemen, by budgeting and planning. He's okay. Buns, say hey to the K Squad. Good morning, everyone. I'm a Buns. Mr. Hannum puked earlier. I got to pick that up, but at least he puked on the floor. Okay, by budgeting and planning. So, they were just saying, I'm not going to get into it, but that auctioneers are actually often millionaires. Like some of the highest paid people how do I say that? Auctioneers, our latest survey of auctioneers found that more than 35% of them are millionaires. Huh! I did hear a Dave Ramsey called once where a man called and found out that his mother inherited over $6 million from her husband. She was super mad because they went without heat and food. Ooh. I used to spend everything I made. Always had a small amount of credit card debt, but no more. Everything changed when I started watching these videos. Yes, Monica! Yeah, that's messed up, Lisa. Monica. The cat left me a gift of a dead mouse on my bed when I was sleeping. Oh, helter skelter. That's so sweet. Okay. They become millionaires by budgeting and controlling expenses, and they maintain their affluent status the same way. Sometimes we're forced to add analogies to make our point. We ask, for example, have you ever noticed those people whom you see jogging day after day? They are the ones who seem not to need to jog, but that's why they're fit. Those who are wealthy work at staying financially fit, but those who are not financially fit do little to change their status. Okay, here are some questions. Number 1. Does your household operate on an annual budget? I don't think we have to say annual, but like a budget. Does your household operate on a budget? Do you plan your consumption spending according to a variety of food, clothing, shelter categories each year? Who budgets? I'm going to see a lot of yes to the budgets, right? Yes. Spending plan, whatever you want to call it. Yes. Me. Yes. I budget. I don't know. Rosie Bunny, still working on the budget. Who just said that? Laura, still working on the budget. Me, budgeter here. Yes, I budget. Jamie, Mimi, yes, same here. Same here, Monica. That's how I found Kate's channel, wondering where my money went. Grace, I love it that you're here. Iris, hi, Iris. Yes, Carmen, Monica. I budget on paper. I haven't found an app that can keep up with my chaotic brain. Emma, that's totally cool. If you do paper and paper works, stick with the paper. Hey, Jude. Yes, I budget. Yes, she does. Spending plan, working on it. Nice. All right. Question number 2. Do you know how much your family spends each year for food, clothing, and shelter. I definitely know my shelter. Clothing is very minimal. You guys know I buy very little. And food, yes, I could multiply that pretty quick. Kate helped a lot ever since I found her channel. Piglets Bank, thank you so much. I'm so glad that my videos are helpful, guys. I'm really here to offer anything that I can and cheer you guys on. Oh, what did I miss? I was a spender, so my husband took care of the savings and I paid the bills. We discussed each energy month budget. He passed away in February, so now I'm trying to do both. Yeah, Robin, I'm so sorry I'm so sorry about your husband, and so now it's all up to you. But you can do it. You can do it. It'll take a little time, but you can do it. One little thing at a time, get it organized. I know it's probably overwhelming, but I'm so sorry about your husband. That's obviously the worst part. Sorry too, Robin. You can do this. Glad you talked about budgeting. Yeah. I'm passionate about frugal living, saving money, but how do you keep from chatting about money with your friends frequently, balancing it? Okay, wait, hold on. I'm passionate about frugal living, saving money, but how do you keep from chatting about money with your friends frequently? Helene, so I did a video, I think it was last summer, about like when your friends and family are not really interested in this topic, because there's a lot of people that are not interested in this topic. And so I just recommend coming to talk to us about it. Come to the chats, in the comments, because they get tired of it and they don't want to talk about it and they don't understand why we're so interested in it. They have chosen a different path for the most part. I bet you have very little friends that are into this like we are. And in their mind, they're just like, why is she talking about this again? That's what I'll try to bring up my channel to my parents and whatever. And they're like, yeah, that's nice. They don't give a hoot. They don't care. And most of my close friends, I have a couple close friends that watch my channel. I could be talking about ice and they would watch, but most of them, they don't care. So I'm just going to say, like, you can bring it up a little bit, but it's probably, if they're not on the same page as you, it actually feels awkward to them. Like, cause they don't, you know what I mean? I'll check it out. Yes, I agree. Yeah, so my friends know I won't talk about personal issues like money, so they don't bring it up. Yeah. Every time I see you in your house, it motivates me so much. Oh, thanks, Darcy. Kate and K Squad. That's right. Just come talk to us because we want to talk about it day and night. Or at least I do. So yeah, I don't bring it up to my friends and family hardly ever anymore because they don't care. Sadly. Not sadly, it's just not their thing, I guess. But it's like, how can it not be anybody's thing? I don't know. Some people, they've got it. They've got so much money and they're not worried about that kind of thing, but I still think you should budget. And some, it brings up feelings of shame and discomfort when they know they're spending through the roof and it just makes them uncomfortable and they know they need to take steps, but they don't want to talk about it. And that's their prerogative. It's my prerogative. K-Squad helps me stay focused and on track. Thankful for you all. I always feel energized about budgeting and frugality after one of these chats. Yay, me too. Oh, hi, Marino. Most of my friends and family don't care about budgeting, so I rarely bring up the conversation of budgeting, but will always leave a little post or a video on Facebook. Bam. Plant little seeds, right? Great idea. That would actually help if we're on the fence about spending on something we could talk in a Facebook group. Yeah. So glad I found you. You have helped me in so many ways. Thank you. You're welcome, Donna. So glad I found your channel. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Great point, Kate. That's why I'm happy to have these live feeds. I don't have anyone on a savings journey or talking on a budget. Sometimes you want to talk about it. Yes, you want to talk about it. You want to celebrate. You want to be like, you just want to like be in that conversation because it keeps you on track. If you just don't talk about it and you don't have any like-minded people talking about it, it's easy to forget about it. And it's like, I gotta stay in it. Hi, Nova. Oh, Miss Book Club, but you spending too much lately? I feel like a community and talking about it keeps us on the path. Absolutely. All right, number 3. Do you have a clearly defined set of, whoa, it seems like a lot. Do you have a clearly defined set of daily, weekly, monthly, annual, and lifetime goals? Can anybody say they have that? Daily, weekly, monthly, annual, and lifetime goals. Pam says, this channel is so motivating. I was always using a budget and living frugally, but this channel keeps me focused with eyes on the prize, working toward retiring debt-free. Thank you, Kate and K-Squad. Pam, you are so welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I love your budget categories. Very easy to track. Thanks. Thank you, Carmen. That means a lot to me because I know a lot of people think it's not enough, but for me, it just keeps it simple and it's less stressful to me. It's just what works for me. I'm glad it works for you too. Kate, I would bring coffee. We would make it. Oh my gosh, Monica, it would be hours and hours. Coffee and money talk. I can't. Oh, you can. Okay, so Kathleen says, yeah. She's like, I got those. No. Donna says, no. I have a daily to-do list. I think that's kind of like goals. Yeah. Sadly, no. Yes. I ran my own business for 5 years, so I had to set these kind of goals. That's awesome. That's useful, Kathleen. I have buckets in our account that have goals like emergency fund. Right now, working on a down payment toward a house. Nice, Emma. I have short-term goals, but nothing long-term. Had to budget on $700 a month. My house, right? You guys know I bought this house last June. And so my first payment was, I didn't have to pay a July mortgage. My first was August. And I in my mind, I wanted to pay down the original loan down $10,000 within the first year. And I think I'm very close. I got to check on that. And if not, I want to try to figure that out before the end here. But I have, okay, like daily goals, kind of like Willow, what you were saying, like I don't have daily money goals. I have I got to do during the day, but not daily financial goals, which I don't know if that's something I should have. Monthly, absolutely. Weekly, I don't have it broken down weekly. Annually, I sort of. And lifetime, oh, no, I don't really have, I don't know what my number is. I really should probably do that calculation. You know, some people want to retire a millionaire and you have to do this. I've got a couple changes going on in my life, guys, that I'm going to share with you probably tomorrow. Oh, oh God, the time is going by fast. Hey, if I do a video for you tomorrow, it's not pajama drama specific. It is a just full-on new video with some new information about me / hopefully could help you guys if you're in a position that I was just in. Question. I was doing pajama drama at 6 p.m. Would it behoove us to do it earlier in the day? I can release it anytime. It's ready to go. Like what time are you guys are always my experimental, like my go-tos because we get this time live. What time, Eastern Central Time, are you guys mostly on to watch the video? Because I want you guys all to see this one, and I want to know when are you most likely to watch it? What time? Frugal Fridays, you know we do at 9. It wouldn't matter to me. I work during the day, but I could always watch it on lunch. So early evening did work for you. That's like, earlier is better for me because time difference. Yeah, so Willow, wait, hold on. Not at 11. Laura, that's very specific. Not 11. 6 p.m. is 3 for me. Doesn't really matter. Can you not do one every 4 hours throughout the day? You are funny. Oh, so 6 o'clock at night. Wait, Willow, if I do it at 6 o'clock at night, that's not good for you, right? Like, I know I can't make everyone happy. Oh, 5 hours ahead of you in the UK. You're 5, let me just write that down. UK is 5 hours ahead. Oh, so you're in bed if I do it that time of night. 7 p.m., earlier the better. Oh, Mike gets his stitches out at 11. Anytime works. Oh, you do, Rosie Bunny. 11. Okay, yeah. So I mean, I always can put stuff out in the I can put it out earlier in the morning. Like Frugal Friday, I do it at 9. And you know, within the day, people watch it. Just so you guys know, I've told you this before. As a creator, the sooner your subscribers get to your video and watch it all the way through, hit the like button and comment, the more likely YouTube is going to push your video out. I think I've said that to you guys, right? So if I put a video out at 9 o'clock in the morning and none of you watch it until 6 p.m., they're not going to push that video out. They're going to be like, nobody wants to see this. Ouch! Oh, you didn't know that, Helene? Yeah. So if I do a video and you guys don't watch it for hours, like my core crew, then they don't. It's not a big deal. It's the YouTube life, whatever. I just always try to, you know, when it makes sense to do it. Oh, you do, Rosie Bunny, at 6:30. YouTube's been wonky about notifications lately. Yeah. And my favorite YouTubers, I'm going to watch them as soon as I can get to them, of course. But there's some that I'm like waiting, like, is it time yet? Because I can't wait to watch those. Hopefully you feel that way sometimes about mine. But thank you. Yeah, she's saying just an hour or two before. Like I used to do weekly wins at 4 o'clock. But I also think the reason that those didn't do as well is because that content is very niche with us. Like there were several of us that really like that kind of thing, but for the masses, nobody's coming in for that, like besides our immediate crew, you know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Helter Skelter. Can you see the viewer timelines in your algorithm? I can, so I can see when we are on, like when my users are on the most. So maybe I'll try to go by that. Maybe I'll try to just go by that, which is around that time. But like all the UK people, if I do it at 6, they're going to bed. But you know. Oh, and here's a tip: Kate makes money if you watch the ads. Thank you. Oh, all right, guys. I think I'm at, oh, wait, I had one more question. Do you spend a lot of time planning your financial future? I definitely do. Do you guys? I mean, I think that many of us, at least even, well, not all of us, but look at our finances, if not daily, weekly, if not weekly, at least monthly. And I think that's something that we all, you know, are kind of looking into, right? Like we're looking at that. We're not ignoring that. Do you spend a lot of time planning your financial future? I definitely do. Hey, Backroad Money, we're just at the end here, but I'm so glad to see your name. This cliffhanger is better than Gossip Girl. Well, there's just been some stuff going on that I'm looking forward to sharing with you, so that when you see it, you'll be like, oh, really? Because anyway. Please watch the video and leave any questions in the comments. I'm sure you will have some, but it's nothing bad. It's good, but it's something new for me. And hopefully something that if any of you are in the position I was just in, will be helpful to you, because many of you write to me about this topic. The time here right now, it's 10:59 a.m. It's about to be 11. And the reason I do have to get out of here on time is because we are going to the lake for my best friend's son's graduation party. And my son and my son's dad are going to be here in like 10 minutes maybe to get ready to go drive up because it's like a half an hour away. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Eloise. Laura, we are sending Mike prayers again. Just saying that before we head out of here. Kathleen says, have fun at the lake, wear a hat and sunscreen. Absolutely. I wear 50. What do you guys use when you go out there? I don't even get any color because I'm covered in 50. Oh, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Guys, keep an eye on the community tab for next book club. As you guys know, we usually do from 10 to 11. I have a baby shower that I am going to that technically starts at 11 and it's like 20 minutes away. I told her that I would be a little late because my commitment is always with you guys on Sundays. But I was contemplating either starting a little earlier or just maybe cutting it down to just even 45 minutes just so I can get there and not be too late. The summer's crazy, guys, right? So many things are happening. Would anybody be massively offended if I either started a little early or got out of here? No, not me. No, I am not. That is, spoiler alert, I am not pregnant. No, my friend's having a baby shower. Oh, cool. Start earlier? Like, would that be okay if we did like 9:30 that one week next week? Could we all make 9:30? 9:30 to 10:30? Okay. I hate being a pain, but I just, fine with you? Okay. I'll try to put announcements throughout the week to remind you. Oh, okay. Awesome. The earlier the better. Awesome. 9:30, 9:30. Okay. Let's do 9:30 next week, guys. Not a pain. Thank you. Yes, and I will send a reminder. Check the community tab. Just in general, check my community tab once in a while. I don't know if those notifications, please hit the bell on my account so that you get notified, but sometimes it doesn't. So just randomly, just check. I always try to update things. Not at all. You say the word and I'm there. Awesome. Thank you, Sharon. So next week, let's do 9:30 to 10:30, and then I'll head out to the baby shower. 2 or 3 hours earlier would be better. Awesome. Oh, I adore you all. Thank you for being with me today. Great. Let's hang out next week, 9:30. That's the 18th, right? The 18th. Just double check because that is the date of the shower. Hi there. 2007 returns. Hi. Okay. All right. The 18th, 9:30. Thank you, everyone. I hope you guys catch tomorrow. So this week I have, obviously we're here today. Oh, chapters to read for next week is just chapters 3 and 4. Chapters 3 and 4 for next week. 2 more chapters. And we're going to do today, the 18th, the 25th, and August 1st. There's 8 chapters, so we're just doing 2 chapters a week. Make sure I didn't have a delusion there. That's right. And yeah, so 2 chapters a week, every week, and next week, 9:30, and new video tomorrow, and of course, Frugal Friday video. So that's the agenda for this week. All right. I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you next week at 9:30 and see you Monday and Friday for new videos. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.